Whenever you hear people talking about Rolex watches, the question is often asked, but why are Rolex watches so expensive? Hopefully we can answer that question for you on today's blog. Many people believe that Rolex watches are overpriced, and looking at the second-hand market stainless steel boom going on at present, I would have to agree with you for the second-hand market at least. The retail prices, however, of these Rolex stainless steel models I believe are quite reasonable. And here we explore the reasons why I think Rolex are worth the money and why they are expensive. If you were to ask the average person anywhere in the world what they consider to be the best wristwatch in the world, 8 out of 10 people would probably say Rolex. Rolex is engraved in modern culture and is often seen as or used as a mark of success. Rolex is one of the world's most instantly recognizable brands, as well as being one that is the most loved in the luxury world. Rolex has adorned the wrists of many famous people throughout history, and the brand has a synergy with high achievers, which all adds to the brand being more desirable to those trying to achieve the same level of success. But why is Rolex so expensive? Is it just really clever branding and marketing? Or are the parts and processes which make up the Rolex watch what gives them their high price? During 1910, Rolex were the first wristwatch to receive a Swiss certificate of precision by the official watch rating center in Bayonne. Rolex were then subsequently awarded a class A certificate by Kew Observatory in the UK. When these certifications were given to Rolex, such certifications had only previously been awarded for marine chronometers.
A lot of men's Rolex, but the ladies' Datejust is actually, in two-tone, is actually the most sold Rolex model of all time, which is a really fun fact.
Rolex certificate. We need to first look into how much a Rolex actually costs at retail. So the prices for entry-level Rolex start around $4,582 for the Oyster Ladies watch. A Rolex Submariner 1166 10LN would set you back in the region of $9,235. A Rolex GMT 1167 10LN would cost you around $9,094. And a Rolex Daytona 116500 LN would cost you around $13,465. So there is a wide variation in the costs of different Rolex models. But despite the high cost of these watches, they are still attainable to people who really want them. They are a similar price to a small family car, for example. So they are not totally unattainable to the average person, it's just a matter of where you want to put your money. With that said, within a few years the Rolex would retain its value more than the car would.
Nail and pop it open. It features an easy link 5mm adjustment system. It's the equivalent of adding or removing one sizable link, but you can see that this is tool-free. You don't need a screwdriver to do it.
Rolex Daytona 116500. Another thing which adds to the high price of a Rolex is that they spend a huge amount of money on research development. Like any innovative company at the top of their game, when you want the best, you need to invest time, effort, and money into developing a product and continue to improve your products. Rolex keeps pushing the boundaries of innovation and developing new manufacturing processes, materials, and complications to put into their watches. As part of the overall R&D setup, Rolex also has several different types of state-of-the-art equipped professional science laboratories at their facility. They are constantly looking at more effective, innovative, and efficient ways of manufacturing their watches while constantly striving to improve quality at every opportunity. All of the materials at Rolex are inspected using electron microscopes and the gas spectrometers to look into the microstructure of the metals. This is done to investigate how casting and machining impact on the molecular structure of the machined and cast components. This is primarily the reason Rolex quality surpasses that of their competitors. They inspect everything to a standard which surpasses all of the industry standards. Rolex also has their own live testing laboratory, where they can stress test all of the components in a manner which they will be subjected to in real life. The movements, cases, and bracelets all undergo stress tests and simulated wear tests using custom-made robotic testing arms and machines. Further to all of the quality specifications, Rolex adhere to each Rolex is actually accurate to plus or minus 2 seconds, which surpasses the industry standard of -4 to +6 seconds a day. Rolex Lab. Every watch which leaves the Rolex factory, which is located in Bin, Switzerland, is tested by an independent Swiss chronometer testing institute. This is so that each watch can be given the title of superlative chronometer. Because of the size and accuracy of the components used in Rolex watches, some of the world's best tooling, robots, and CNC machines need to be used to manufacture them. These tools need to be of the highest grade and need to run at incredibly high speeds to allow the hard metals to be machined accurately on such a small scale. Whenever you are manufacturing small high-tolerance parts, the production cost rockets.